Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Limit Zero Breakers. Since I had the chance to play the game during the Steam Playtest, I'd like to share my thoughts about the games and combat mechanics. But before we jump into the topic, don't forget to subscribe my channel and turn on notifications. Your support helps me create more content in the future. Now, let's get started. Limit Zero Breakers is an upcoming anime-style action RPG developed by Vic Game Studios, the team behind Black Clover Mobile: The Opening of Fate, and published by NC Soft. Limit Zero Breakers it is planned for a global release in 2026 on PC, Android, and iOS. The game takes place in the floating world of Seraphia, where players become breakers and embark on a journey to search for the legendary library of the gods. Players will explore ancient ruins, battle powerful monsters, and uncover the mysteries behind this shattered world. One of the game's strongest aspects is its anime-style presentation. Character models are highly detailed and closely resemble their official artwork. During cutscenes, characters display smooth facial expressions and fluid body movements that help bring conversations to life. The game also benefits from collaboration with MAPPA, the animation studio known for producing popular anime series. MAPPA is involved in promotional animations and in-game cutscenes, which helps deliver a more authentic anime experience. While the graphics may not be as cutting-edge as some newer anime RPGs, the art direction and animation quality do a great job of creating a stylish and enjoyable experience. The storytelling in Limit Zero Breakers does a good job of balancing serious moments and comedy. At the beginning of the game, players are introduced to a dramatic scene where the main character's teammates are brutally defeated by a powerful enemy. This immediately creates tension and sets a more serious tone for the story. However, the game doesn't stay serious all the time. Throughout the adventure, there are plenty of comedic moments and humorous interactions between the characters. Some of the jokes and dialogue are genuinely entertaining and help lighten the mood after intense story scenes or challenging battles. This balance between emotional storytelling and lighthearted comedy makes the overall experience more enjoyable and keeps the story from feeling too heavy or overly dramatic. As a result, players can stay engaged with both the narrative and the characters throughout their journey. Now, let's move on to the combat system. The combat in Limit Zero Breakers feels fast-paced. Players can switch between different characters during battle, allowing for smooth combos and team-based gameplay. The game also features a perfect dodge and perfect parry system, giving combat a satisfying level of skill and timing. Limit Zero Breakers also features a break mechanic. During combat, enemies have a stagger gauge that can be depleted by attacking them and triggering certain combat effects. Once the gauge is completely emptied, the enemy enters a break state. While in this state, enemies become vulnerable and take significantly increased damage for a short period of time. This creates a valuable opportunity for players to unleash their strongest skills, elemental reactions, and ultimate abilities to maximize their damage output. When players use their special skills or elemental skill, they consume energy. However, there's an interesting mechanic where performing a successful parry with a special skill does not consume any energy. As for the elemental skill system, pressing the R key on the keyboard allows your character to use an elemental skill, which consumes 3 energy points. After applying an element to an enemy, you can switch to another character and follow up with their abilities to trigger special elemental reactions and combo effects. When players apply an element to enemies using elemental skills and then switch to another character to trigger reactions. Depending on the order of the elements used, you can activate either a forward reaction, which increases damage dealt, or a reverse reaction, which boosts break damage and helps stagger enemies faster. For the together reaction, when players combine 2 elements that are not directly related to each other. Unlike forward and reverse reactions, together reactions do not place enemies into a special state. Instead, they deal additional reaction damage based on the elemental mastery stat of the character who triggers the reaction. While it may not provide the damage amplification of a forward reaction or the break damage bonus of a reverse reaction, together reactions still offer a reliable way to increase your overall damage output. This makes them useful for teams that don't have matching elemental pairs but still want to benefit from the reaction system. And for the overheat reaction, which is triggered when the same element is applied twice, for example, using a fire attack followed by another fire attack, or a wind attack followed by another wind attack, can activate an overheat reaction. Similar to together reactions, the damage scales with the elemental mastery stat of the character who triggers it. This mechanic allows mono-element teams to take advantage of the reaction system without needing multiple different elements in the party. As a result, players have more flexibility when building teams. You can focus on elemental combinations for stronger reactions, or build around a single element and still gain additional damage through overheat reactions. In my opinion, this elemental system adds a lot of depth to the combat. Instead of simply switching characters for damage, players need to think about elemental order, team composition, and which type of reaction best fits the situation. Whether you're aiming for higher damage, faster boss breaks, or consistent reaction damage. Another unique feature in Limit Zero Breakers is the Weaver Lance ultimate skill. Unlike regular character ultimates, this powerful attack cannot be charged through normal combat actions. Instead, players must fill the Weaver Lance gauge by using their character's ultimate skills during battle. Once the gauge is fully charged, players can unleash the Weaver Lance ultimate skill, which delivers a powerful attack and can deal significant damage to enemies. However, the Weaver Lance ultimate skill is not available in every encounter. During the playtest, it could only be used in certain boss battles and specific combat areas. Because of this limitation, the skill feels more like a special battle mechanic designed for major encounters rather than a standard combat ability. And that's all for now. In the next video, I'll be talking about the Gacha system, multiplayer content, and character progression, so stay tuned for that. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and see you in the next video.